convention on Friday and Saturday and Sunday. Long Life Convention, where I got to hang out with doctors and really cool people, really smart people. I went around all of the people and I was telling them about what I do and what we do here. And I was telling about our nutrition plan. So I'm always open to see if there's something better out there, something newer, something that will make more sense. All the doctors loved the nutrition plan. And I was like, what else could I do? And they're like, it's perfect.
Really?
Balanced and perfect.
They said it was perfect?
Yep.
Wow.
Because it's balanced. And the diet's balanced, and that's the thing. Mostly fruits and vegetables is what you're supposed to be eating. Vegetables mostly. Not a lot of red meats. More fish. Not sugar. This is perfectly balanced. So it's sustainable, which makes it nice. And we were, as you know, I've been on this nutrition plan myself for a little while now. And so my wife said, we got this test, this oxidated stress test. And it's supposed to tell you whether or not how crappy your diet is, how crappy your lifestyle is, and things like that. Well, you guys already know that you know, I eat this particular diet. I train here at the dojo 5 times a week. You know, I'm not working out like my fighters are or anything like that, but I get moving every day. So my wife wanted me to take this test. She was certain that I was going to fail. I know she was. So she was insistent that I took the test. So I take the test, and now the thing is, you put your hand on this thing and it reads your oxidated stress. And most people get in about the 20s on this scale.
Well,
right?
How's the scale work?
Anywhere from 0 to you know, 10,000, right? So most people get in about the 20,000 range. The 20,000 range means you have a crappy diet. You're eating a typical American diet, and your health is not the best. And this lady is looking at me, and she's judging a book by its cover, of course. And you're thinking, okay, this guy, he's perfect candidate because she wanted to sell me her supplements. So read your oxidative stress. So I put my hand on there. It's going. She's talking. Yeah, most people it gets to 20. Most people get to 20, then it gets to 30, and then it's 40. And she's like, well, most blah 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 blah, and then it's 5,200. Which she then stops and goes, well, after all these years of doing this, only 6 people I've ever tested is in that high of level. Then, of course, I absolutely insisted that my wife take the test. And she's in the low 20s. So, I got 5,200. Which was proven the nutritional plan. Proving.
Is that good or bad?
It's good. It's really good. Only 6 people since she started doing it has ever gotten that high.
Is higher or good?
Higher is better in this case. So the nutrition plan works. And anyway, that's just one of the neat little things that I got to see. So I know I'm on the right path and the right track with the nutritional plan. But the main thing was stress. The main thing for all of us is stress. Chronic stress disrupts nearly every system in your body. It can suppress your immune system. It upsets your digestive system and your reproductive system. It increases your risk for heart attack and stroke and speeds up the aging process. It can even rewrite the brain, leaving you more vulnerable for anxiety, depression, and mental health problems. Stress. It's a killer. It's an absolute killer. So that's what I want to talk about today. A lot of our anxieties and a lot of our arguments and our problems come from that one little thing, stress, and how stressed we are. Have you guys felt stressed in the past 24 hours? Yeah. I mean, I'll raise my hand because, you know.
Is it true or is it?
Yeah, I was stressed earlier today. because I was trying to put this together. I run out of time. I don't have a lot of time in between your program and the other program. Yes?
No, I was going to say, I almost feel like stress has become so normal for me that like I almost don't even realize that I'm stressed when I am a lot of the time.
Right.
You know?
Like it's become like the norm?
Pretty much.
Your baseline? Well, the physical and long-term effects of stress is pretty horrible. Stress on the body can often feel as if stress not only affects your mental health, but it can also have significant impact on your physical well-being, your central nervous system, your endocrine system, respiratory, digestive, muscular, sexuality and reproductive systems, immune systems, all affected by stress. All can diminish. That's pretty scary when you think about it. Just allowing ourselves to get stressed out. Well, what can we do to counteract that? That's the main question. And that's kind of one of the things that they were basing this program on. How do we combat stress? How do we prevent you from aging? And this 90-year-old lady came up and I'm like, yeah, that's great, anti-aging. And she goes, no, you don't understand. I want to keep aging. And I said, oh, really? That's interesting. Why? And she said, the only people I know that aren't aging anymore are dead. And I thought, well, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. True, and brilliant. So we have to age. The idea of is aging gracefully and keeping our stress levels really low. You know what I'm saying? So what are some of the techniques that we can use to keep our stress level low? One of the things that I like to do is a simple gratitude rock. And some of you may have gotten one of these from me before. If you have and lost it, shame on you. If you haven't and you want to try it, let me know. As I go around all over the United States and I collect these gratitude rocks. I pick them out specially to find the perfect one. So if you want to do it, let me know. The way the gratitude rock works is you have the gratitude rock in your pocket. Every time you touch this gratitude rock, you've got to think of the things that you're grateful for. At night, you put this gratitude rock on your nightstand. So before you put it down, you got to say everything you're grateful for. In the morning, you pick it up, you put it in your pocket. You got to think of everything you're grateful for. You put it in your pocket, and if your hand touches the rock at any time throughout the day, if you reach in to get your keys or something, your hand gives on the rock, you once again think of all the things that you're grateful for. This is a fantastic stress reliever. Just putting your mind on the things that you're grateful for as opposed to the things that you're stressed at or the things that you're anxious about or you're concerned over makes a huge impact in somebody's life. So if you want one of these, let me know and I will hook you up. Okay? I pick them, like I said, I pick them out specially. The long-term effects on stress, just the anxiety alone is dangerous. I remember getting on an airplane and being so anxious, having so much anxiety that I was shaking, my heart was skipping beats, our fear is elevated big time. And you can't stay in that state of fear without it causing some serious problems because a lot of chemicals are being released and swished around there, cortisol and all these other things. And when all those chemicals stay at high levels, now we're talking about creating inflammation and disease and all kinds of nasty things that occur, oxidative stress and whatnot when you're in these high levels. Very important to learn how to relax, chill, and let things go. The most common physical indicators to too much stress could be severe headaches and migraines. I get those. Of course, mine comes from trauma in the head, but some of it could be caused by stress. Backaches. So many people complain about their back. Chest discomfort. Oftentimes you'll get skipping your beat or your chest will get tight. You'll feel like you're having a heart attack when really you're just having an anxiety attack. And that's stress doing its damage to you. GI disturbances. Some people get the runs. Some people get constipated. Sleep patterns change. Some people stay up all night long, have no choice but to stay awake. Some people do nothing but sleep. Grinding your teeth at night, clenching your jaw. Have anybody ever done that before? Grind your teeth. I used to have a girlfriend that used to grind her teeth all the time. Whenever she'd come home stressed, teeth would grind. My wife, to this day, she gets super stressed out, grinds her teeth, and her head hurts, and her jaw hurts, and her neck hurts, and everything hurts because she gets so stressed out. Shortness of breath, and even dizziness. Feeling tired, anxious, depressed, all of these things are terrible, terrible symptoms of too much stress in your life. So what can you do? Well, we're doing one of the major things, and that's eating a balanced diet. Having a nutrition plan that works with your body, that helps your body function at a higher level. Poor diet can bring greater reactions to stress. If you're eating the typical American diet, let's say you're in the 20% like unfortunately my wife is, you're more susceptible to stress. You're more susceptible for the body breaking down due to the stress. That's pretty scary. Make time for leisurely activities. Make time to do some things that are just fun, like go to the movies, for example. Go on a walk, go on a hike, take a jog. Take a moment to be by yourself. Listen to some comedy. These are great ways to relieve some of the stress. Walk around in the snow. Make a snowman. Have a snowball fight. Some great ways to relieve stress. Develop positive self-talk. Remember my rule number 7. Don't beat yourself up. There's plenty of people in the world who love to do it for you. Rule number 7 works great with this positive self-talk because a lot of people, they'll say terrible things about themselves. I'm not good enough. I can't do it. I'll never make it, etc. Instead of that, use positive affirmations. You could take the gratitude rock and make it a compliment rock. And every time you touch the rock, you compliment yourself. That might be a good way of doing it. Maybe a right rock for your gratitude and a left rock for your compliments. Maybe we'll put that into place. Take time to build your own self up. Really build yourself up in a way that's going to make you feel good, in a way that's going to relieve the stress. Your imagination. Take an opportunity to take a trip down the fantastic world of your mind. Just using your imagination to draw, to paint, to do poetry, write songs, create a story. Using your imagination as a way to get away from the stress. Visit worlds in your mind that maybe you've created. It's okay. You can write them down and make movies out of them. Not that you're crazy. You can write it down and make a movie. Write it down and write a book. Make a great poem. Draw it out on something. Time management is also very important. If you're rushing around crazy like a chicken with its head cut off, I can imagine you'd be a little bit stressed. I can imagine the stress with that, not knowing what you have to do and when you have to do it. Take time to manage your time. Take time to organize yourself. Make a schedule. Follow a schedule. This will help you with your stress. How stressful is it when you are rushing around like crazy, trying to make it on time to appointments? Or not making it to a movie on time, or missing appointments in general. Oh, we totally forgot about that chiropractic appointment because you're rushing around. It can happen. So take the time to make some time management. Self-care. Take time to take care of yourself. Take time to exercise. Take time for your hygiene. Take time to look your best. Not in a stressful way. Just manage your time in where you can allot enough time for yourself, for your own self-care. It's important. Maintain a diary. I have tons of diaries in my office from different years. I love writing in a journal. I would recommend everyone take the time to write in a journal. Really put your thoughts down. Give yourself the opportunity to decompress, to really work on your thoughts. Aromatherapy is another way. Actually taking an opportunity to use maybe incense or oils, natural oils. Smelling fruit, flowers, and all of these things actually have a tremendous effect on your system. And take the opportunity. Tune into some music. This is my favorite one, and the one that I do more than anything else. I love to listen to music. I'll tune into my music while I'm doing my chores. I'll tune into my music when I'm just relaxing. Even when I'm writing these lectures, I tune into music, and everything gets better for me. If I want to just get a truly escape from the craziness of the world, I'll put on my favorite song, my favorite music, and listen to my favorite singer and enjoy myself. Which, by the way, I got to meet my favorite singer this weekend, Jeff Tate from the band Queensryche. I got to meet him, got some great pictures with him, and I signed my favorite album of all time, which took me 2 months to get from overseas. The album's called Operation Mindcrime, greatest album ever recorded, in my opinion. And he actually signed it for me, so it's pretty incredible. After this, I'm gonna work out. After my workout, I'm going to head over to the store. I'm gonna get a frame, put it in the frame, and make it real nice. So music is super important to me. Be it creating music or writing lyrics or just listening to other people's songs. That is an incredible stress buster for me. A lot of you have talked to me about listening to your music and being that important to you as well. So tuning into music, very important. Another way to bust up stress is to read a book. I got this cool Jedi book the other day. It's called The Jedi Path. And I got to sit there and just get into a fantasy world and read this book. And very, very Buddhist-like, actually. Very Buddhist-like, but at the same time, fun. And it's just fun to escape and read for a little while. This is a great way to get rid of some stress. And then, of course, socializing with your friends. Socializing with your friends is a tremendous mood raiser. It helps you bust up the stress a little bit. Just give it an opportunity to decompress with your friends. Talk about your problems maybe. Or maybe not even talk about your problems, but just have some fun. And just enjoy yourself. This is a great way for you to get rid of some stress. Do you have any other particular ways that you can think of?
I use showers.
Showers. I like that. Get in the shower, let the hot water beat down on you and just relax.
For some people, I don't know if you brought this up. Did you bring it up? I mean, for a lot of people, working out, some kind of exercise,
yes.
You know, it can really be really good at relieving stress.
You're so right. It releases all kinds of chemicals in your brain to help you raise your mood. So it's tremendous. Tremendous to be able to work out, hit the bags. For me, after this lecture, I'm going to do a 10-round workout. So I'm going to be able to bust some of my stress up. Not that now that I don't really feel stressed now, but I did earlier today. Yeah, exercising. How about cold showers? How about that polar plunge?
That's what I was about to say.
Max and I did 3 minutes today.
Do what?
We did 3 minutes in the pond.
Did 3 minutes? Very good, very good. I'm watching this show called Limitless on Disney Plus. And I'm on this episode about cold. He's got to go swim into this cold, whatever. Very cool show. And it made me fill up the ice bath, or have us fill up the ice bath out there. So the ice bath is filled up right now. Probably about 37 degrees in it at the moment with the sleet and snow. So my son wants to get up there and do that first thing in the morning, every morning. So it should be interesting. It's a steel tub, so it's not like it's just out in the open. So the steel is actually extremely cold. Okay, cleaning. Cleaning and organizing your space. Also very important. It's very stressful to be around a big mess. I can't imagine being one of those people that could just deal with a bunch of crap around you all the time. That would drive me insane. It would feel very stressful for me. But when things are clean, I feel better. I feel more relaxed. How about just making your bed? Just making your bed can bust up some of that stress. Going for a walk or a run. Nothing like getting out in nature, being in the sun, moving around in the rain. All of these are great ways of getting through. Eating healthy foods, getting enough sleep, making a gratitude journal. Instead of just a rock, you can actually use a journal to write down all the things that you're grateful for.
We get the rock if we want to choose to be grateful.
If you want to do the gratitude rock, I would be delighted to give you a gratitude rock. You can pick it out, but you...
No, but I thought you said there was the rock. The rock was going to come, right?
Yeah, a rock.
The rock, right?
A rock. Well, I do have a guy called the Rock here at the dojo. We do call him the Rock.
Okay.
As he's,
I was just joking around.
but if you do want to do the gratitude experiment, yes, I'll give you one of the rocks that I spend a lot of time picking out. Whenever I go on a hike, no matter where it's at, I typically pick up a new rock for the gratitude bucket. So I have plenty. Sometimes they're seashells, sometimes they're crystals, sometimes they're, it just depends where I'm at and what I can find. They have to be special, otherwise I don't pick them up. And oftentimes I'll pick them up and put it back down. Like, nope, it's not you. I love picking them up at the Leviathan. The Labyrinth, I'm sorry, the Labyrinth. So I walk around the Labyrinth and I always pick up at least one of the rocks. It's a great experiment to do. Okay, any thoughts about stress? Ryan?
You can either it goes both ways with stress and anger. You can let it teach you things, or you can let it control you. It's really up to you.
That's true.
It's something I've learned like in the last week actually.
That is so true. We have a choice. Ultimately, the only thing that we can control is ourselves. And being able to control our stress levels is our choice. And same thing with anger. Stress, it has a lot to do with anger because it has a lot to do with fear. Most of the time you're stressed because you're in some kind of fear. Your fight or flight has been triggered. You're either trying to fight something or you're trying to flee from something. So we get stressed. I was stressed because I didn't think I'd have time to really prepare this. And because I just didn't, I only had, like an hour to put all the facts and figures together. So it was pretty tight. So I didn't think I'd be able to make it in time. Then I realized I do this all the time. I do this all the time. I know the information. I went to this whole seminar all weekend long. I got plenty to talk about. You just get me going, and I'll just keep rolling and rolling and rolling. And despite any of energy, life is energy, by the way. The energy that we put out is important. And despite any kind of energy, I still feel very energetic myself. I still feel really positive. I feel really good, despite the stress that I had earlier. Once I started talking to myself in a positive way and putting those ideas into my mind, things started changing for me. I remembered, oh yeah, that's right. You can be a badass. you know, and that's the thing. So, there it is. Stress, the killer, silent killer. Causes all kinds of heart attacks, causes all kinds of diseases, but we have a choice. We can choose not to be so stressed out. Yeah? Thoughts, comments, questions?
Yeah, I got a thought.
Okay.
Back at home when I was feeling stressed, I would just basically go outside and rack off a few rounds. That's how I dealt with stress.
Firearms.
Yeah.
Yeah, sports. You could say just sports in general would be a good way to deal with stress.
Yeah.
Play football, shoot firearms, shoot bows and arrows, boxing, kickboxing, martial arts, you know, football. You know, anything like that. Pool, water polo, you name it, it's very helpful to relieve stress and re-stress. Anything creative, anything active. Yeah. Anything else? Okay. So let's try to control it. Let's try to remember what it can do to us. It's very dangerous if we let it go untreated. All right. Okay, now let's just have an open discussion here.